however it feels the most comfortable in this position. So if your shoulders need a little wiggle, or your low back or feet need a little shift in position, and like get your clothes so they're not distracting you. And then we'll come to an easy breath together. Just breathing with gentle ease, not forcing ever in Soma Yoga. This is a practice of following our body's directions and making our decisions based on what we're feeling from the inside. So let's start with just noticing where our breathing is. Let's see where its location is and what is its depth and its broadness. Just noticing and not changing anything. Soma Yoga is a practice kind of it's all good. Whatever we find, it's all good. Even the things that we think are broken or not working, it's kind of good information. It tells us what needs addressing in our practice. So we want to look for the tight things or the hitches in our giddy up and work to get things to be more functional, find more ease. So one of the ways we find those things is to just get a sense of the position that our body is in on the floor, starting with, I'd like you to notice the weight of your head and any tip or turning that your head is doing. Position of your shoulders. Maybe you can have your arms a little bit away from your body on the floor. Notice what direction your palm turns. And do the shoulders feel level, or is one maybe heavier into the floor than the other? Or does one shoulder feel more toward the ear than the other? And then come farther down and notice the backs of your rib cage and the backs of your waist. And then the side body, those muscles, the lateral muscles, so the whole side waist between the underarm and the hip. Sometimes one side feels shorter and maybe more lifted off the floor on one side than the other. So notice those things too. And then coming down to the very bottom of the low back, the sacrum, that big triangle at the bottom of the spine. That gives us a sense of the position of the pelvis. So is the pelvis feeling level? Does the sacrum feel more level? Or are you tipped or turned or feeling a little twisty? And get a sense of that as your starting point. So we think of a yoga class as a journey, right? We come for some reason, we come for some kind of change. And so, especially in Soma Yoga, we take inventory of where we are at the beginning of the journey, and then at the end of the journey, and then all the way in between, we see what we're creating, what our bodies and minds are creating. All right, one more stop, bottoms of the feet. Notice here what part of the foot is touching.